Hello everyone. In this session, we will discuss the functions topic in our C language. So, in our C, we can divide the large programs into the basic building blocks that we can call like here our functions. So, whatever you have the function, this function will be having like your set of programming statements. Those programming statements can be enclosed within the form of opening and the closing brace. How these can be performed whenever you're writing the programmatic here, so you can perform your function with the opening brace and closing brace. In between, whatever you have the statements that you're writing, like your body of the statements, right? So this function can be called like your multiple times. You need to be provide the reusability and the modularity of the C programmatic. And also you can say this is like your it is a collection of functions to create the our program. It is a collection of functions to create the our programs. This function is also like here we can call procedure or else subroutines in other programming languages. In our C language here we can call the functions. In other languages here we can call these functions or the procedures or else your subroutines. So just you can see what we have the function definition. So the function is a block of code that can be performed a specific task well defined. Okay, so means whatever you have the function that can be performs the our information, means whatever the user is given the task that is performed by the our functions, how it can be performed in the block of code. Okay, so each and everything. So normally if you're writing the function, normally if you're writing the programmatic, just you're writing only opening and the closing brace. For what we are writing, for the main function we are writing, but in sometimes here we need to be create the several or else here multiple functions into the one programmatic. In that time here we are using the our functions. So in that time here it will be takes some block of code. Okay, so you can create the multiple functions in the programmatic that is possible in our C programmatic. And these functions can be defined once. Whatever you're defining the function, that can be defined once and executed for desired number of times. How many number of times you need to be execute the our function, that is possible here by calling it from any part of the program. Any part of the program means here, suppose if you're including these several functions into the one programmatic, so like your 10 functions, so by the fifth function also you can call the first function, and by the 10th function also can call the our first function, that is possible. So here we can define our function at once, and for how many times we need to be call that function, that is possible in any part of the program is also. And here we have these some advantages to perform the our function. Let's see here what we have the advantages to perform our functions. So whatever you have the functions, these functions will be having the complex programs, right? So those programs can be divided into small modules or else your sub programs. Here you can see whatever you have the functions that will be having the complex programs. Complex programs. These complex program means critical. So that is not possible by the one function. So for that case here we can create these several functions. Okay, so in that time here the functions can be used like your dividing the our programs. So complex programs means it is like your one difficulty programmatic. So to be divided, whatever you have the complex programs, those can be divided into the small modules. Small modules, or else here we can call that is the sub programs also. We can call the small modules, or else here we can call these are the sub programs also. And here whatever you are writing the functions, these are very understandable, you can easily understand, and you can test in easy way, and also you can perform the debug also. Debug means here whatever you have the errors, you can clear those errors by the debug. Test means here if it is correct or not, whatever we return the programmatic here, if it is correct or not, by the test here we can identify and understand. So with the clear format, if you're writing the programmatic here continuously, definitely no one can understand. If you're using the several functions into the one programmatic here, each function, by the each function we can understand each and every step clearly. Okay, and next here we have, it can be performs the top-down modular programming in easy way. Whatever you have the top-down programmatic, we have the bottom-up and the top-down approaches, right? So these functions can be performs the top-down modular programming in the easy way. Modular programming easier. Okay, it can be performs the in easy way. And next here whatever you have the functions, those can be reduce the program size and also redundancy of the same instructions. So it can be reduce the redundancy of same instructions. It can be reduce the redundancy of the same instruction, and also you can see whatever you have the size, program size, if it is have the like 10 bytes of memory, so by the functions here you can reduce our program. Okay, so and also it can be reduce the program size, reduce the our program size. So if it is reducing the program size, definitely everyone can easily understand that one. If you have the 100 lines of program, no one can easily identify and remember that one. So by the functions here, you can simply say, yes, we can understand our programs in easy way. Why? Because here these functions are performing the very complexity programs also into the multiple functions type, right, in a one programmatic only. And next here whatever you have the functions, those can be accessed by the different functions, and also within the parameters also we can work these all. And you can see whatever you're writing the programmatic in our functions, by using the program, by using the functions, we can avoid the rewriting of the same logic and the code again and again into the our programmatic. You can see sometimes you're writing the same programmatic, like if you're using the int ab in one function, and again you are using that one into the another function, right? So to avoid those here, you can use the our functions. Okay, avoid rewriting of same logic and the code. So where we are writing same logic again and again in our program, so we are avoiding this one. If we need to be avoid rewriting of the same logic and the codes in our programmatic, you can use your functions. Definitely it can be performs the our programmatic in the easy way. And next here, it will be uses the reusability. Reusability means here once you wrote the programmatic sentences or anything, so those can be used again in any function also. Okay, reusability is also available into this. And whatever you have the function, that can be always calling like your overhead of the our C programmatic. And if you're calling the our C functions like your number of times here, those programs in forms the whatever you have the place, that in that only it can be places the our programmatic. And whatever you have the program, that easily divided into the multiple functions also. So like that here we have the some advantages to perform the our functions. Just you can remember, always here we are writing the our programs with the main function only, right? So just if you're writing the void main, for example, you can see if you're writing the void main, after that you're writing the our function, main function. In the main function we are calling this main is the our function. Normally we are calling the our main is the function in our programmatic. So not only main function, in our programmatic here we can create the our functions within the form of another way. So how we can perform this another way? By using the some elements of functions. Let's see here what we have the elements. So here we have the total 3 types of elements. Those are the function declaration, function definition, and the third one is the function call. Let's see here how we can perform these 3. Okay, let's see here. So first one here we have the function declaration. So the function declaration can be declares the our function by using of the function name. By using of the function name and the function parameters, and also it will be having the return type with the terminating of the semicolon. You can see normally if you're writing the our main function, in that you are including the our data type with the variables, and also here whatever you have the statements like your, it may be the printf, scanf, like this here. For that case, whatever you're writing the program, for that case you're implementing the our main function. So your main function is the user defined, right? So if you're defining the our functions without the main function, means here before the main function, if you're declaring the our functions, means these will be having the our declaration part. So how we can declare these functions? By using the function name, function parameters, and the return type, and these can be terminated with the semicolon. Okay, and here the function declaration here we have, right? So the function declaration is also called as your function prototype. This is also called as function prototype. The function declaration is also called as your function prototype. Here we have the syntax to define with the our function. Let's see here. By using the name, parameters, and the return type, here we can write the our syntax. Just you can see function type. Here I'm giving the function type. So which type of function we are taking? And next your function name. Function type and the function name, and next here we have the parameter list. Parameter list, and end of the semicolon you can give. So just you can see here, what if we have function type, means here it is a return type, and the function name here whatever you have the function name, and the parameter list means your function parameters. Just you can see how we are writing with this in the example format. Suppose you are taking the function type. Your type is nothing but here our data type. Whatever you have the data types here that you can include. For example, here I am choosing the function type is like your integer. Okay, if you need you can choose anything also. It may be the floating point or else double, long double, anything you can choose, that is possible here. Just I'm choosing the type is like your integer. And next here you will be having the function name. Here I'm choosing the function name is like your sum. Sum means here to add the our numbers, whatever how many numbers we are giving, that can be added by the sum. And next here I'm giving the int x comma int y and give the semicolon. You can see here we are passing the parameters here. Normally in our main function, whenever you are writing the main function void main, in main function in the braces whatever we are writing, nothing we are writing into that, we are leaving. Okay, after the opening of the brace only we are declaring whatever we have the statements. But you can see by using the our functions, if you're defining with the functions here, so these functions can be declared in the our braces only. It will be having the parameter list in our braces. This parameter list also we can call like your arguments. Okay, so just you can see function type I'm taking the int, function name I'm choosing the sum, and the function name is performing the our parameter list. Suppose you are taking the x and y values, the automatically the value can be added. Okay, so just you can see the whatever you have the parameter list, it will be having the list of arguments. You can see it will be having the some list of arguments. So what it will be having, like your whatever the user needs, that can be added into the parameters. For example program, you can see here I'm choosing the mathematical function type here, hash include math.h also I'm included in the functions. These are the our header files. Already you know what these are. These are the our header files. And you can see here I took the void add. Void is the our return type. Okay, and the function type. Add is the our function name. Here we have the open and the close. This is the parameter list. Okay, so in this your array and pass anything, but you can see here how we can work this. Int main, here we have the int main. So here I am choosing the our main method. In the main method I am writing the int a comma b comma c, and after that here I took the our function, whatever we took the our function. See here we can perform the, once we declare the our function name, we can use that one into the several times in our programmatic, right? Yes, here I am using the our add function here. And after that here I'm choosing the void add, that is our function. Okay, so in this function I'm choosing the whatever we took the values, like your int is the x equal to 3, y is equals to 2, I am taking z. So automatically it can be displayed, the our output will be like your output will be, it can be displayed like your 5. Okay, so your the addition of x and y is like your 5. Why? Because here we have the 3 and 2. 3 and 2. So by the starting void add function, here we are performing the our whole programmatic. You can clearly observe. Here we used the add function name is like your 3 times in this program. So means here we can declare like this. Normally here in the function declaration we are not passing, we are passing our parameter list, but here in this I'm not passed, there is no problem. Okay, so directly here I'm giving the values to this by using this. Okay, like this here we can perform the our function declaration. And next here we can perform the function definition. Let's see here we have the function definition, right? So the function definition is also having the function body in addition to the function name, argument list, and the return type. You can see in the function declaration, just we have the function name, function parameters in the return type, but we don't have any body section, right? But in the function definition, we have the addition one, that is the function body. Okay, so let's see the syntax to define with the our function definition. Just you can remember it, comparing to the function declaration, the function definition will be having the function body. Okay, so you can see here how it will be write the syntax to define with the our function definition. Return type means here whatever you have the data type, like your void. Okay, function name, and next here you can include the function name, and next write the parameter list. So after the parameter list here we are passing the what we are passing into this, we are passing the our body, function body. Right here you can start the our function body. So you can see here we are writing the our parameter list within the body section, means here at the end of the list here we don't have any semicolon. In the function declaration we have the semicolon, but in the function definition we don't have. Why? Because here we are starting the our function this. Okay, so we have the body section. That's what here we don't have. And next here you can define the local variables. Whatever you have the local variables that you can declare into this. Local variable declarations. And if you have any statements, you can write into these statements. After that here you can return the our programmatic. Return with the expression I am giving. Return with the expression means here if you have any variables that you can return, so this return can be takes the our programmatic type. Okay, and next here for example you can see, for example here I'm choosing the one programmatic to define this one. So here we have the return type. Instead of the return type here I'm choosing the float, and function name I'm choosing the sum. Parameter list I'm passing the float x comma float y, and open the our function now. After that here you can pass the our local variables, and next here you can write the statements for that, right? So here you can pass the our local variables here, like here I'm choosing the float z. So why? Because why we are taking the z means here we took the sum. So we need to be write the sum, right? So for that case here I'm choosing the another local variable. With the local variable here I'm adding the our x and the y. Just you can see z is equals to x plus y. You can see clearly. So the value will be the our float z. And next here you can return the our z. Whatever you give in the expression, here we have the expression that is the z. Return z. Then you can close. So here it can be displays the our output will be z is equals to something. So whatever you give in the value, so that can be displayed in the our output section. Just you can remember comparing to the our function declaration, the function definition is having the function body. You can check here the function declaration is also have the same syntax. If you are removing this one, return type it will be having like your function type and the function name parameter list. Just here we added the our body section. Comparing to that here we have the body section. This is the our function body. In the function definition we don't have this one. So just you can remember this is the our function body. And next here third one we have the function call. So this function call can be called with the function name and list of actual parameters. Function name and the list of actual parameters, those can be enclosed by our parameters. Okay, so here our parameters are the two types, your actual and the formal parameters. Already the topic is given in the description part. Once you can check what is the actual parameters. Okay, here we have function call. It can be calling the, or else it can be called with the function name. A list of actual parameters, those can be enclosed in our parameters. Okay, just here you can see we have the syntax to define with our function call. Here we don't have anything, just here we have the function name, that is the f I am choosing, and after that here we have the list of actual parameters. Just you can write the parameter list, enough. Parameter list, or else here you can define this one in the form of like this also, or f like this also we can define. So in this we are not passing anything, just here whatever you have the parameters that you can pass into this. Here f is like your one operand type. Whatever you have the f, this is the one operand type, and the function name also we can call this is the operand or else your function name. Whatever you have these dots, these can be indicating the our operator in our operator. So that operator is enclosed in the form of our parentheses. You can see those operators are enclosed in the form of our parentheses. Okay, so just here you can see, for example, how we can perform. Here I am choosing the multiple of 8 comma 6. Multiple of 8 comma 6 means here you can see here we are multiplying the 8 into 6. We are multiplying the 8 into the 6. How much we will get? Just here you can see we'll get the 48. Okay, or else here you can multiply, this is multiply with the 2 comma 5. Just it can be displaced, this is the 48 and this is the 10, right? So just this is our function name. Whatever you have the parameter list, that you are passing in the braces only. In between the parentheses only we are calling. It will be having the only function name, and whatever we need to be performed, that will be added into the our parentheses. Like this here we can perform the our function. These are the our elements to perform in the functions. Thank you for the watching. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel.